Hi, this is Jim Anderson. Alice Ferris and I are about to do our first free fundraising tip on Periscope. We're doing it right here at Arizona PBS.
So, Alice, guess what?
Guess what?
It's time.
Is it time?
It's time.
Awesome. You're going to explain where we are, or am I?
Well, why don't you?
Okay, so we're in the green room at Arizona PBS in Phoenix, Arizona, and as you see, the green room does not actually look very green, but it is what it's called. It's the green room. I've been here.
Wait, how long?
What?
How long have you been here?
What, is today?
Yeah.
Well, today I've been here since 12:30.
Since 12:30. But how long have you been working with Arizona PBS?
Almost 20 years.
Almost 20 years. In fact, check this out. If I zoomed in, you could see that that's Alice Ferris on the wall right there.
So anyway, I've been here doing a shoot for Arizona PBS for Desert Dreams, which is coming to a public television station near you, hopefully. But we decided that we would do the fundraising tips on Periscope on a weekly basis.
It's Alice Ferris and I are both partners in GoalBusters Consulting. We serve nonprofits throughout North America and have a specialty in serving rural organizations and small nonprofits, and do a lot of work with public radio and public television. And yes, that's why we're here. And so Alice is the founding partner here. And what we wanted to do is we wanted to work a little bit with Periscope and start bringing you weekly fundraising tips for free, because that's just how we roll. We really believe in the world of philanthropy. We believe in the work that nonprofits do. And we're going to do a little bit to give back by offering you these short, weekly, live fundraising tips that we'll later post on our GoalBusters channel on YouTube. So, Alice, what did we want to share with them today?
Well, one of the things that we're presenting on in the near future, we're going to be at spring training for the Association of Fundraising Professionals Sierra Nevada chapter.
That's right.
And the presentation that we're doing, that's next week. The presentation we're doing for the Reno chapter for their keynote is about storytelling. Okay. And that's one of the things we'd like to share with you today, because it's important to cover some things in stories.
Well, I love storytelling. It's one of my favorite presentations. I'll admit, I call it a make you laugh and make you cry presentation. It's a real crowd pleaser. And some of the core elements about storytelling that we always share with people is that concept. You know, the elevator speech. Most stories that you tell are kind of like elevator speeches. It's who you are, what you do, why you matter, and how somebody can help or how somebody can be a part of your cause or your community. So, Alice, what's the most important thing of those four?
Well, most nonprofit organizations start with the what.
Yeah.
And the what's, no, actually, they start with the who.
Well, because they always say, we're a 501c3
organization. That's like the most boring part of your story.
I gotta tell you, nobody cares.
Nobody cares. So don't start with the who.
Yeah.
Then they might start with the what. Okay,
Yeah.
we've been told not to start with the who. I'm not going to start with the what.
Right.
The what's boring too. Because if they don't care about why you do what you do, the what's not going to matter to you. So I just gave it away.
That's it. We tell people consistently when we train that if people don't care why what you do is matter, or why what you do matters, they don't care who you are, and they don't care what you do. But if they care about why what you do matters, then they will learn who you are, and they will learn what you do, and hopefully they will want to become involved.
So our big tip for today is to focus in on the why, and I'm going to give you even some resource materials.
Oh, nice.
If you Google TED Talk and Simon Sinek Golden Circle, it's about start with why, and it's probably one of the most watched TED Talks, and Simon Sinek talks about why is important.
There you go. Excellent. Now, if we're going to do this every week, Alice, we should probably have a name for it, right?
Yeah.
What do you think? I've been tossing some ideas around. You know, we could say free fundraising tips, but what kind of hashtag is that? What I think would be really cool, since we're using Periscope, why don't we call this Philanthroscope?
That sounds like a medical procedure.
It does sound a little invasive. Okay, we're going to keep working on the title, but if you follow us on Twitter, it's at Alice Ferris, it's at GoalBusters Jim, and our company is at GoalBusters. We will tweet out a little bit of advance notice when we're about to do our next tip next week, and we hope you'll join us there.
Okay. Thanks, everybody. Sorry we couldn't see your comments while we were periscoping.